of us in our life say that we have a defining moment, and some of us even say that our life flashes before our eyes. My name is Joan McKenzie, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my life. I remember that the most important thing to me at one time or another was that I be 16. I don't know now why it was so important, but back then it was really an important time for me. I know that there was a few other small events going on in the world at that time, like man orbited the Earth for the first time, man walked on the moon for the first time, Martin Luther King had I Had a Dream speech. And I remember our teachers coming and telling us that our schools were going to be segregated. I really didn't know what segregated meant, but later on I learned that some new kids had moved to town and that we were going to have more classmates and more friends. I know that Elvis Presley was the king of what? I don't have any idea. I know that the Beatles came to America, and that when they came to America, girls went wild. Girls of all ages went wild. And I really never could understand why. I knew they had okay music, but had anybody ever seen the Three Stooges? I mean, they were wearing the Mo Howard haircut. But moms and girls back then still wore dresses that you could tell were dresses. Our TV had 3 channels on it that were black and white. And you had an antenna that was your receiver. Back then, you had... when the wind blew really hard, you had to go out and keep turning the antenna until you could get the station back in focus. Leave It to Beaver, Andy Griffith, Gunsmoke, and Lawrence Welk were the top TV channels. And back then, parents still watched TV with their kids and controlled the channels. I was going to say remote, but there wasn't such a thing as a remote. There was no computers. There were no video games. And there was one phone in the house. And that was a party line. And every time you got on there and tried to talk to your friends, your neighbor gossiped to your parents and told on you. So I guess that the only, since that time, I guess that I have had my life-defining moments. I finally turned 16. Later, I got married. That didn't work out, so I tried it again. I've raised 3 children. I have 2 beautiful grandchildren. I have 4 wonderful great nephews. I have 1 great niece that rules the absolute roost over everybody. And I have some things I wished I didn't remember, and some things I wouldn't take $1 million for. I can still remember, as old as I am, that I could go out on Friday and Saturday with $20 and still have money left. And I purchased gas for 18 cents a gallon. Maybe life is not one defining moment, but maybe it's all the memories that you keep in your mind rolled into one that you have with all the things that you've seen and done in your life. Thank you.
Very nice.
Good job.
Very nice.
Good job. Show yourself, Lucy. She gets credit. Show yourself, Lucy.
Great.